Welcome back to Brewing in the Basement, where today we are... It's our cherry mead. So we are going to do a reading on our cherry mead, which, keep notes. I had previously made a chocolate-covered cherry before, although the chocolate-covered cherry I made with Brewer's Best chocolate flavoring. It was great on the initial tasting. It was rich, creamy, sharpness of the tart cherry. After maybe 2 months of aging in the bottle, I cracked one open. I think it was around Thanksgiving. We opened it, we tasted it. No chocolate, non-existent. And I put in 1 gallon, like half of one of these. So 2 fluid ounces of flavoring in it. And after 2 months,
nothing.
No mouthfeel, no richness, no creaminess, none of it. I was, needless to say, pretty let down with it. We need to do it again, but with a different way to incorporate a chocolate flavoring. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a gravity reading, because that's what lets us know where our fermentation is at. And I can tell you this, I don't think I did a video of me initially starting this batch. This was started on May 22nd. Starting gravity of 1.092. I just did do a reading 4 days ago. It was at 0.996. Sanitize your equipment. Always sanitize your equipment. Dirty tools is your biggest enemy in mead and winemaking or home brewing. So these have already been sanitized. I must have read my hydrometer wrong before, because right now we're sitting at 1.000. I'm just gonna pour this right back in. I don't care if I disturb the lees in the bottom, because we have other things to do to this. So we're just gonna pour this back in gently. So far we have cherry. I want chocolate covered cherry. This is where our new toy comes into play. So, Crio brew. So this is no sugar, no dairy, straight roasted cacao. A light roast, double chocolate, 100% pure ground cacao. There's multiple ways you can incorporate this into your brew. One is you could brew this like a cup of coffee and then add the liquid to your brew, but I don't want to do that necessarily because I'd be diluting the brew already. The other way is a cold infusion or a cold brew. And I didn't know how I was going to incorporate the Crio brew into our batch until I got this. This is a rumble jar. In essence, it's a stainless steel filter. Very fine, I don't know what the micron level is on it, but it's a very fine mesh filter. This is meant to go into like a mason jar with coffee grounds in it and meant to help you extract coffee out of beans for cold brew. Now, originally, I was just thinking I was just going to take our Crio brew, scoop it, and dump it right in. The setbacks of that is sediment. You're gonna have a lot of sediment, you're gonna have a lot of goop you're gonna have to kind of get around when you rack. The way I thought of it is, I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of Crio brew, put it into a rumble jar, put the rumble jar right into the brew. Oh my God, that just smells like dark chocolate. Oh, that smells so good. So we're going to pour out 1/3 of a cup. It's got the consistency of coffee, as you can kind of see from there. Minimal lossage. We have our Crio brew sealed in our container. And now, this is just gonna go straight into our brew. And yes, the rumble jar was sanitized as well. So now let's just put her in there just like that. Throw the lid on, and she's gonna sit. Probably gonna go for about a week. I'll pull a sample out, taste it, see if I got the right consistency of chocolate that I'm wanting. Let's get into why to use Crio brew over a flavor extract. There's pros and cons. There's pros of the Brewer's Best chocolate, and I'll put a picture over here of the actual one that I used. Some of the pros of using a liquid extract for flavoring. It's quick, easy, no other necessary sanitization of anything. Measure and pour. Boom, done. The cons of using one of those extracts is most of them use a propylene glycol as a base, and they focus heavily on aroma. So it will smell like chocolate, but it doesn't taste like chocolate. You don't get the tannic feeling, you don't get the creaminess or the bitterness or the nutty flavors you would get from actual cacao. Another reason is volatile compounds degrade over time, and they'll vanish over time, especially in aging. And that is exactly what I think happened to my last batch of chocolate covered cherry. Was it just poof, it was gone. It was crazy. The other downside of using those is you don't get a texture, and there's no rich lingering flavor that actual cacao gives. So hopefully after this extracts for a while, you'll rack it off and it'll really have that chocolate feel. And it's a natural ingredient, so it's a real ingredient, gives real flavor. It's not an extract. So I have high hopes. It's been about 6 days since 5 seconds ago for you. It's been 5 seconds ago for you, but that was 5 or 6 days. I don't. Talking about our chocolate covered cherry again. Crio brew has been extracting for 6 days. We want to get a taste. Since I'm not familiar with the extraction rate, it's clear. And that's still in primary fermentation, but fermentation's pretty much done. Or it chewed through all the sugars that I gave it. It could still ferment more. We use Lalvin K1B1116. That's an 18% alcohol tolerance. This is only at 12. So if I were to sweeten this now, it will ferment again. Right now, we're just focusing on extracting the chocolate flavoring, which I can smell it. I get the cherry, but I can smell the chocolate. Enough about what it smells like. What does it taste like? Cherry Tootsie Pop. That's exactly what that tastes like, but it's completely dry. It's not sweet. I think sweetness will really bring out the chocolate characteristics. The chocolate's there. I want more of it. So we're going to let this sit for probably, I'm going to do another check maybe at the end of the weekend. So in like 3 days, we're getting close. We're getting real close. Have any of you had experience with Crio brew in any of your homebrew batches? If you have, did you like it? Did you use it again? Is there a different route to get chocolate flavoring? Because here's the other thing I know. There's a bunch of different flavors of Crio brew. I have the double chocolate flavored light roast. This stuff is much better than this stuff, hands down, right out of the gate. And that's not even sweet yet. Speaking of that's not even sweet yet, if you want any updates on how this stuff is actually going, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of the updates coming out of our chocolate covered cherry wine. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and stopping in and making sure I'm still alive down in my basement. I'll see you next time.